Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
So, second attempt.
Actually, third. um, yeah, just quickly writing out a couple of questions.
Okay.
Um, so as said before, who's your favourite Doctor out of your series?
Yeah. So,
Uh,
like I said before, obviously the audience aren't going to know this because we had technical difficulties the first time recording. My favourite Doctor from my series is the 16th one, which is played by Caleb Hott, who was the Doctor for 3 series and then left.
if you had a TARDIS
Right.
and could go anywhere or any time, where would you go?
Oh, well. Right. So, let's think. Probably America, because it's interesting. I've not been there before, and they've got a lot of good movies, franchises, and celebrities there, and also in the present time. Because yeah,
Yeah, just yeah. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Uh, Great movies. I mean, mainly the only reason I want to go to America is to see Broadway.
fair enough. Honestly,
Um, yeah. Um, if you could use any enemy as a companion, what enemy would it be?
could
And
it
would
be?
it and would it be a potato spud?
You knew what I was going to say. I was going to say Strax.
Yeah, that's what I was
He
thinking. I
he
think,
he would be a brilliant companion, in my opinion.
oh, right, you should have seen that on TikTok. There's this person that always like does the Strax voice, and it's hilarious.
Right.
And he came aboard my TARDIS, so I had a go at him, and I said, "I know you and your Centauri buddies are still trying to get your hands on this TARDIS. You're not getting it." Oh yeah. So one thing I would like to bring up in this podcast, if you don't mind,
Right.
is a lot of people may not know how we know each other.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And how this whole Doctor Who and audio series thing started.
Oh, yeah, no, this is actually an interesting story, isn't it?
Yes.
So it originally started. It was just me and you,
Yeah.
where we were doing mock exams, I believe, at the time.
Yeah.
And I turned around to you and said, "You know what? Let's make a Doctor Who audio series."
And I was the thing is, like, because of how much we talked about Doctor Who's school and like we were both into it, I was just like, why not?
Yeah, so we decided we'd do one, which was we made this little company of audios. It was called, what was it called? What do we call it again?
It was called Starting Point,
Oh yeah, Starting Point. The reason we called it that is because it was our starting point. Um,
and
and then we just sort of made audios, which, to be honest, you could definitely tell it was our starting point because they weren't great quality. We didn't really
no,
select them.
and we
Um,
literally got someone to scream in the background.
yeah,
That was,
it was
and
just,
the thing is, that wasn't even planned. He just
no,
came over to be annoying.
no, it was just basically what we were doing. Is we didn't even script it. We just sort of
No.
went along with whatever we thought of, and then that was the result. And it wasn't exactly great.
Yeah, but it's like as I was saying to Zach when he was interviewing me, I was saying like when we were doing that, we a couple of the stories they were brilliant, but when I rewatched over the ones that were left over, I realised there was a lot of places if we'd scripted it,
It
it
would
could
have
have,
worked well.
yeah, it would have worked a bit better.
Yeah,
So that's why I mean I've written bloody 81 stories. I've got a problem.
I've written nearly 40
Oh.
stories. Yet somehow I have more series than you in my fan series.
Yeah, because I'm struggling to get the bloody voice actors.
I'm not.
I mean, the thing is, I didn't struggle at first because I had everyone, but I can't blame a lot of my voice actors. They're going through experiences, and this is challenging times. And
Especially if lockdown.
yeah, and I've just found out recently that Richard, my like original doctor,
Oh, you okay?
he's still he's still able to do it, but he's also looking after his daughter now because she's come under terminally ill.
Oh,
So as I said to him the other day, I said, mate, just don't rush, right?
right.
This is challenging times.
So how many
Spend
series?
time with your family.
Sorry.
So he's got series 1, series 2, series 3, series 4, series. He's got like 5 series, yeah.
You're right.
And then I come in for series 6 and 7.
And okay.
Because, but I think I've kind of like gone a bit too far with my series because now there's a like hidden series in between series 7 and series 8.
What? So like with like with Trollton's era, how people speculate there might have been a series 6B between Pertwee's era and Trollton's. There's like a sort of thing of yours.
Yeah, what it is I've got like 2 mini episodes in between series 8 and series 7,
So
which
specials.
are to do with, yeah.
Okay.
How would I describe it? Like, my doctor at the end of series 7 is gonna go on a dark path. Yeah,
Right.
because even though like Eric's not dead at this point,
Oh, I
because
remember Eric.
Eric dies off in the opening of series 8.
Because no, that's reminding me. I remember
Yeah.
Eric was one of the companions we actually wrote into Starting Point.
Yeah, and then I was like,
Doesn't your series? Because okay, so we need to give the audience some concept here. Eventually,
yeah.
me and Lewis decided to stop doing Starting Point, and we started to do our own audios separately. So he did Next Gen, and I started doing a thing called Two Nerds. The reason mine's called Two Nerds is because I started doing it with a person called Trinity Adams. So it started off as Two Nerds, and then that's where the name came from. And then you did your series, which continues from Starting Point. And then Eric's there.
I'm still ashamed though about one thing with Starting Point.
Right.
I bloody started it off with a kettle.
A kettle?
Yeah, if you listen to like the first episode of the Dalek Death Camp, yeah,
right,
and you listen to it, you'll realize there's a kettle playing. Because what I was trying to do is I was trying to like open the alludingness of like workers being locked and contained in like the Dalek camps.
okay,
And being put to slave labor. So all that happens at first is like a kettle and then a Dalek telling them to move and everything, or you've got to imagine the Daleks telling them to move. And both the prisoners in the start, it's a really dark plot. They just get killed off immediately because they don't listen.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I got like halfway through, and I've got it better now because I've managed to figure out how to put like noises in the background, whereas at the start it was all just okay. So they talk, and now the audience have to imagine these noises.
So you basically you're getting better.
Yeah.
Mhm. So with do you do the same thing with your audio series, where you make as many series as you can over time and then release them over a period of time? So
yeah, it's like, well, you put, because the thing is with yours, isn't it? You've got all the actors and then you like schedule it.
Yeah, what I do is I make the series as I go along.
What I do
that's produced, I schedule it for a time. So I've got so many series that we have enough audios leading up to 2026.
Yeah, so basically already I've pretty much written all of series 1 to 7 and all of series 13. But what I'm doing is I've finished series 1.
Okay.
I'm moving on to series 2. But what I'm doing is each time, whenever I can get the actors on, I'll release the audio once it's like fully finished to what I think finished.
With you release it as it's done. With me, I finish a series, schedule it for release, and then move on to the next series.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I do kind of schedule it, it depends, because like I'll bring it out, but if it's at a certain time, because of like the way that Spotify's slightly annoying with my audios.
With Spotify, it takes like a week for them to add the new episodes.
True. And the fact that like yeah, but if you for instance, sometimes if you publish something at the exact time, you can't guarantee it will bring out the exact audio you were using.
Yeah.
So I have to sometimes like schedule it for like, let's say 9, 10 o'clock at night, just so I get the full audio released. So I'm like, oh, please say it's done it.
And with me, I schedule one series, and then each episode of that series comes out a week apart. A bit like the actual show.
Gotta say one thing though, during this whole lockdown.
Yeah.
The Whovian base have been there.
Yeah.
Like, just slightly rising. Like, it was like they were in the shadows for a long time, and now, like, they're slightly everywhere.
Yeah. Also, what do you think of the new Time Lord Victorious?
I like it. I've listened to already He Kills Me Not,
Okay.
which is about two girls. They come from a planet where they're not allowed to. It's really fucked up, really.
Oh, okay. So we're allowed to swear in this podcast.
Yeah, you're allowed to swear.
I didn't know that. Okay.
It's okay, but yeah, no, it is though, because it's let's say it's forked up then.
Okay.
So it's really forked up because they come from a planet where their parents, how would I say it, make them biologically, yeah,
Right.
to the exact point where they have like no humanity, and they are literally controlled by their parents for the rest of their life.
That's very surreal.
But literally, this girl escapes with her girlfriend, and are being chased by their like assassin servant, who's an Ood.
I mean, wait. Is it? Oh, for his name. Is it? There's a specific Ood who is in most of the Time Lord Victorious stuff. Something.
Yeah.
He's got a name. I know he's got a name.
I can't remember his name, but yeah, he literally comes after them, tries to kill them, and the Eighth Doctor just steps in and goes, "No, I don't think you'll be doing that anymore."
But no, I've been involved with listening to Time Lord Victorious. Well, not listening. Sorry, I've been looking at the Time Lord Victorious range. So far, I've read The Night, The Fall, and I forgot what the other bits. But the other book with David Tennant in it. I read that one, and it's got the Ood in it and all that sort of stuff. And that's basically about how death is decided. Like, basically, so the whole universe starts off when nobody can die, and eventually, like, these creatures come along and they decide how long a life each species can survive. And the Doctor's like, no, I'm not allowing this for some reason. And then I'm also looking at the Dalek YouTube range.
I've also started to get hooked on Paul McGann.
Paul is a good incarnation, just not in the movie.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, as soon as I started watching things like Storm Warning and stuff like that, I realised how much he could have been better on TV.
He needs his own miniseries.
He really did. Because, what it was, Abby, one of the people on TikTok, kept, like, suggesting Big Finish. And it got to the point where every time she suggested Paul McGann, I was just like, you know what? I've eventually got to get round to listening to this. Listen to like Storm Warning. What's the next one?
I'm currently.
I've
been listening to a lot of the War Master recently, and
I'm on Chimes of Midnight now. I think
Paul is in. I think it's the War Master 3, and it's quite good, honestly. But Paul does get imprisoned.
I really want to get like one of the War Master box sets.
I've got all 5 of them.
Like, you got me addicted as soon as like I watched Beneath the Viscoid.
Right.
I mean, now I just want more.
No, I've got all 5 box sets, which may or may not be sad. I've also got the box set for the Jenny series.
Yeah.
They didn't make a Jenny series 2, which is a bit disappointing, but I did like Jenny, just not as much as I liked the War Master range.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened quite to a bit of Jenny, and yeah, I like what they've done though, because to me, I didn't think they'd ever make Jenny like this full-on character,
I mean,
but she's
finished,
got it.
though.
She's got like, I love though the arrogance though in her first episode where she's just we've just remembered that she's just left the planet where the Doctor thought she was dead.
Yeah.
She's gone off. She has no clue about intergalactic laws, and now you've got like this guy trying to like rip her off of her own ship.
Yes, this ship's got all this wrong with it, and she's like, no, you're lying, lol.
You're lying. Finds another ship, and just randomly a guy comes out of hibernation sleep.
Since I've got the entire Jenny range, which is only a season, unfortunately, it turns out that he's sort of a companion in a way.
He pretty much is. I mean, even from like the first episode, he's just like, "What's happening?" And she's like, "Shh! Someone's trying to break in my ship." What?
I'll tell you one thing I love about the theme tune. The theme tune for Jenny is brilliant.
Agreed. Oh, I've also listened to what is it? Day of the Master. That was good.
I haven't listened to that. I've listened to the Two Masters.
Oh,
because
I'll explain why it's good. Okay. Because the Jacoby Master shoots one of the companions, and the companion doesn't die.
Okay.
What it is it's something to do with the Eye of
Harmony?
Oh. Yeah, Harmony. The Eye of Harmony on Gallifrey, something happens to it, and when it literally like spreads across Gallifrey, anyone in the vicinity of the eye can't die. They just regenerate. Okay. Meaning like if they're human, they regenerate into themselves. No, they just regenerate into themselves, so they don't die. They can't be killed.
That's boring.
Jacoby just wanted to test it.
That's a bit boring, though.
And it was
that's fine.
It was a bit boring.
Oh, no, I'm just the same again. It's basically 10 all over again.
Yeah, but it was funny though, because like the way Jacoby done it to the companion really thought they were gonna die.
But no,
imagine being.
I listened to the Two Masters, which had the Geoffrey Beevers Master and the Alexander McQueen Master, and it's so brilliant. Especially.
Yeah, I've listened. Isn't that the one where Alex McQueen is trying to? Is it Alex McQueen the one that's like ruling over the planet?
Pardon?
Like, or am I thinking of another?
The story is where
he tries to manipulate a war.
I'm not entirely sure, but I remember it's where they've both swapped bodies, and then eventually the decaying one wants the Doctor's body.
Yeah.
And then they they want to put the Doctor into the decaying Master body, but it's not going to work because, of course,
the
decaying Master doesn't regenerate into the Alexander McQueen Master. Then the Alexander McQueen Master won't be there, so it causes a paradox.
Yeah.
And time basically breaks down.
Just gets burnt in an oven. Ooh.
Yeah, and the 7th Doctor is in it, and it is brilliant, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, this is like the thing I find amazing. From Sylvester on screen to in audios, he's still brilliant.
Exactly.
He's still got that flair about him.
It is about it, but the thing is, like, Sylvester McCoy's Doctor is so underrated, it is unbelievable.
Or I found a interesting audio the other day.
Right.
So, I got my Celt recently to play Jamie McCrimmon. And whilst I was scrolling through Big Finish on YouTube to use as audio over TikTok, I found there's an actual episode where Jamie McCrimmon, it takes place after Jamie's been sent back. So Jamie doesn't remember who the Doctor is.
Except from that first time.
Yeah. So when the Doctor turns up, he goes, You don't smell like a Frenchman. You don't look like a Frenchman. What's your business here? And the doctor's like, I'm here because of like the hungry and stuff. Your group aren't feeding their captives, and Jamie literally has a go at like all of his tribe and tells them to like share the food. And it's hilarious though, because like every time the doctor tries to like explain to Jamie that they're friends, Jamie's looks like, "What are you, an English spy?"
That's literally like what happened in the war games. They just kept on getting accused to be spies.
Yeah, and it's brilliant though, because I don't know what it is, but every time I listen to like Jamie McCrimmon in audio with like a doctor, it just always suits.
Yeah, that is true.
When Siph is down the hole, how'd you get down there? Jamie McCrimmon? Sorry, Harry.
So, I'll tell you one thing though. My favourite Doctor in all time is the Sixth Doctor. You know, Colin Baker.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
prefer him
he's
on
top of my
screen.
list.
I prefer him on screen to his time on audio, personally.
I mean, the reason I like him compared to 13, I mean, I like 13 at the moment.
No, I don't.
But, no, I mean, like, I like the bits they've been bringing into her, not the actual, like... Because I like parts of her character, but as I said, the problem is, the biggest problem with 13 is the writing. If the writing was nailed, maybe people wouldn't have such a problem. It's got the same dilemmas as Twice Upon a Time with like the little sexist remark.
Yeah.
But, literally, it's a female doctor, and every time a man comes up to her, she's like, I'm a woman.
Like,
I'm a woman. See my pride? Yeah,
like,
I'm here.
Like a massive example of this is Arachnids in the UK. That's a massive example.
Oh, but the funniest part of Arachnids in the UK is Spider in the Bath.
Oh yeah.
Just like American Trump guy just comes running out and leaves his bodyguard to die casually in the background. Where's your bodyguard? I am not going back in there. Oh, so talking of stuff, we've talked about Time Lord Victorious. We talked about Big Finish.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to tomorrow's trailer?
Wait, what trailer's coming out tomorrow?
Revolution.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay, well, now that you've said that, yeah.
Also, the Centaurans.
Oh yeah.
There's been pictures. Oh my god, that is.
There's been a leaked photo of the Centaurans.
Yep.
Being in 13.
I'm happy about one thing about the Centaurans, and that is, I like them in this design more than I like them in purple.
Also, the thing I like about this is we haven't had a proper Centauran story since, I believe, the Tennant era.
Yeah. I mean, like, hopefully this Centauran story is going to be actually, like, serious and not comedic.
Yeah, I hope.
Because I will be furious if they've just got all these, like, new design and everything, and it's a comedic episode.
Also, I hope they do it properly, unlike how, you know, with in Series 12, we got, like, a leak of the Jadoon, and we're like, oh, wow, the Jadoon are coming out, and then they would just use the side characters.
Yeah, I mean, that was... I mean, because the thing is, the Jadoon were brilliant in that, because, like...
But they weren't
turned
used
up,
properly.
But they weren't used properly, because... You know what, though, right? I found out something after watching that. I done a kill count, yeah?
Right.
From the Jadoon, Fugitive of the Jadoon, and Smith and Jones.
Right.
And it turns out that the Jadoon are so bad at police, yeah?
Yeah.
But every time they've turned up on Earth, yeah, or the moon as it was last time,
Right.
They have only killed one person.
Oh yeah.
Like, they arrested the woman at the end of Smith and Jones,
Then they
but
killed her.
they killed one person in the hallway for fucking smashing a vase on their head.
Oh yeah.
And in Fugitive of the Jejune, they kill what was that guy's name?
That woman who runs away. Like,
oh
no!
wait, sorry, no, there is two. They've actually got better then because they've got two kills. Now I'm thinking about it, because they killed that woman that ran away, and
yeah,
the guy in the shop because he pushed him after giving him the case.
Oh no! What was it? He was so funny. I liked him.
Oh yeah,
I liked the character.
The Jejune just went assault, sentence, execution.
But
oh yeah, in the audio though, they're kind of a bit of a joke though, because they take a Jejune to bloody court for abandoning his post that he couldn't help. And then like he actually gets set free by the Sixth Doctor, so it's like, well,
pointless. It's pretty pointless.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even in that episode, they were kind of sidelined because, like, Kobo, the Jejune in that, like, audio, he goes and gets captured. Yeah. He sits in a literally all this time he's sitting in a cage. They could have teleported him up and taken him to the Shadow Proclamation for trial. The Sixth Doctor steps in and goes, "You guys have got to do it in a Earth Court of Law." And you've just got all the Earth people just looking at these like rhino things just coming in and like, what? I mean, there's nothing in here saying we can't trial an alien. Okay.
It's just a bit. That sounds a bit, comedic. Yeah. So.
What else? There's like so much content out there. Oh, it's like now I'm reading Doctor Who and the Crusades.
All right.
Because I saw the book was like $2.99 and I was like, getting that.
I started recently reading the Tyson comics.
How are those comics, by the way? Are they like
good. They're actually really good. I mean, they're short. It takes about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes to finish them. But they're good. They're really, really good.
The thing I like about Doctor Who and the Crusades is within the first chapter, they have a brilliant speech. Yeah?
And anyway, I've got to go. I'm going to...
Oh, you got to go?
Yeah, I've got to go.
Okay, well...
it was lovely having you.
Yes.
And being here with you.
And I think we've almost just come up to the same time as last time.
All right, so thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for